Okay, welcome to another exercise. In this one, we're going to look at how Jin-Hye talks about her experience in the coffee shop. Now, as I said before, she worked at the coffee shop for a few years and was both a barista and cash register counter person and also a shift manager. And in this example, we're going to talk about both in the same section. But if you've been at a job for a very long time and held multiple positions, usually you'll just want to talk about the most recent one or split them out into subheadings, say, this is when I was manager, this is when I was the cash register person. But if you don't have a lot to talk about, then you can just kind of combine them and then in the interview explain the difference if they ask, which they probably won't. So take a look at these, let me know what you think, and I will see you after the exercise. Okay, so what did you think? I hope the answer was pretty obvious. Option number 3 is the best one. So option number 1 described it literally described what Jin-Hye did, but it was the emotional equivalent of sitting there saying, I serve people coffee, I took orders, I manage people. It's not exciting. It's not really selling yourself, right? It's telling the truth, but it's not telling the best truth. And it also had the disadvantage of putting very important information last. So you'll notice that in the first option, she talked about her management experience at the very end. Oftentimes, leadership positions should go first, and information about your ability to lead teams and take on responsibility, and then in decreasing order of importance, go down the list. So this example, she talked about her responsibilities, and it was basically okay, but it wasn't something that's going to stand out. Now, in option number 2, she started using data. She started using numbers, selling herself a little bit more. She moved her responsibility to the top of the list. Then in option number 3, we went from good to great. She talked about not only what she was responsible for doing, used numbers to quantify it, and talked about results. And so you can see here, even if you're someone who works just in a retail job where you might think, oh, this isn't that great, look at all of the cool stuff that you can really pull out of that and make your own ability shine. And so you might say, oh, Barrett, I'm not a shift manager, so what can I say? Well, the reality is you may have to work a little bit longer to get those achievements, but keep in mind, just remember what you're doing, and that way in the future, when you do go to write your resume, you'll be able to present your own work in the best light. All right, see you in the next video.